So there are two feasts of John the Baptist on the calendar. We have the feast of his birth today. We have the feast of his death, and so John is a towering figure. He's an incredible character in the unfolding narrative of the biblical story. And his father Zechariah is a priest in the temple, and his father is approached by the angel, and he's incredulous. He doesn't believe, and so he's struck dumb, so he can't speak. And there is the end of something. It's the end of the old. It's the old priesthood has come to an end. Something new is at hand. That's part of the symbolism of the silence of Zechariah. So Zechariah is struck dumb. He can't speak. And then the time comes, and his name is to be named John, the grace of God, and he is obedient to this call. John is his name, and lo and behold, what happens? Now he can speak, and the new era has begun. The new has come. John is ushering in the new covenant. John is he's the last prophet of the old, and he's the first prophet of the New Testament. And this is such food for thought. John is described by Jesus in these words. He says, the law and the prophets, and you'll have to trust me when I tell you, the law and the prophets is a way of speaking about the Old Testament. When Jesus says the law and the prophets, it's like us saying the Old Testament. So Jesus says, the law and the prophets up into the time of John the Baptist. And you know, when Jesus says that John is the greatest born of woman, I don't know if y'all remember that or not, but this is like, again, the greatest character in the age of nature, which is the Old Testament, but he's going to also be in the New. He's going to live in the age of grace as well. And so all of these things about John the Baptist, and you know, you, my child. When Zechariah's tongue was loosed, what did he say? What did he say? When Zechariah's tongue was loosed, he sung the song we call the Canticle of Zechariah. And I pray this canticle every morning, and part of it is a hymn to John, his son. He says about his son, you, my child, will be called a prophet of the Most High. You will go before the Lord to prepare his way, to give his people knowledge of salvation by the forgiveness of their sins. Boom, you know. How are we given knowledge of salvation? By told, oh, you're okay. Is that how? I mean, and this is why John's one of my heroes. You, my child, by the knowledge, by the forgiveness of their sins. The ministry of the forgiveness of sins. And so John the Baptist went around, and this is one of the reasons he got his head chopped off. But I don't want to talk about his death. We're talking about his birth today, okay? But his birth was ushered in with this beautiful song of Zechariah. You, my child, shall be called the prophet of the Most High. You will go before the Lord, prepare his way, to give his people knowledge of their salvation by the forgiveness of their sins. And so today we celebrate the birth of John the Baptist, and we celebrate somebody else's birth. My sister's birthday is today too, so we can celebrate her birthday. And so it's a glorious day. It's a solemnity. It's a day of celebration in the church, you know, as we see God bringing about the new covenant in the forgiveness of our sins.